So, well, welcome everyone, and we successfully touched down at Ningbo Airport, and it goes to Zhejiang. Oh, and then a supercar ahead. I think there is also some sort of supercar meeting at the venue, so it's a bit of a larger event, not just our single race, and I guess they might be heading there. Anyway, so yeah, as a preview, so where am I in the standings? So I'm still 5th, despite the 0 points in Macau. So what I can aim for is maybe 4th in the standings, because I don't think it'll be possible to reach the top 3 unless some of them screw up, and I don't want to hope that for them. If I'm going to be part of the top 3 or even higher, then this should be on my own performance and not due to others' mishaps. So with 2 races to go, so the first one in Zhejiang and then the next one in Ningbo right the week after, so we'll be driving back and forth, and this looks like pretty heavy traffic here. Well, so let's see. Not a particular hurry, but yeah, anyway, would like to get here on the highway to Zhejiang. And I think I focus for now to get on the highway, and I'll give you a preview for the track then once I've reached my destination. So we finally made it, and it's a bit later than expected, but on the flip side, this gives us this nice late evening street view with these tasteful street lights. So what to expect from the track? Very avid followers of this channel will recall that I've driven on the short version of Zhejiang actually before, in the BMW M235 in my first year, and it was just one corner after the other, a very little room to breathe, and the rest of the track doesn't look fundamentally different from up top. It's not in any sim, so I had no chance to try it, but overall, yeah, it will be more of the same in terms of just turning from right to left and left to right, and yeah, let's see how that will play out. So you can probably hear that I have somewhat tempered expectations how much fun it will be to race on the track. So yeah, but let's see how the long version of Zhejiang will play out and how well it will suit my car as opposed to the competitors. So with that said, see you on track, and remember to send it. And we're on track during qualifying. So last corner on the start-finish straight, rather fast corner, especially for this track. And then the start-finish straight, not too long. Braking after 100, and then sort of drop down to the inside, very tight chicane. You can drop further inside, this wasn't perfect. And then long left-hander, uphill. Going into a long right-hander, dropping slightly down, and then immediately a tight left-hander, dropping down further. Immediate right-hander, which opens, and you get a short straight, a little bit of time to breathe, and then right-left, rather fast, but also tightens. And then long left-hander, slightly uphill, going into a long right-hander uphill. So you're starting to see the pattern. A tiny straight, and now a right-left combination downhill, which opens. Another tiny straight. Brake before the 50. It's tighter than it looks, this hairpin. And then the longest straight. Is obviously flat. And then we're now one more corner till we are back at the start-finish straight, and that's one lap here. So
fastest lap for Gurrieri, 134.85.
It's reasonably flowing, but it's also very slow, and you only have
B2, that was 133.92.
space for one car, really? But you see, I'm
The guy behind has just done a
reasonably
134.40.
reasonably well on the pace. So that was a big relief after Macau especially. A bit later, dropped down to 5th, so I'm trying again. So as you see, this lap is almost identical.
That's your best lap in this session. You've just done a 133.90.
So now trying again. This is better. The other issue is that the left front tire, and actually both front tires, start heating up, and then you lose grip because the tires have hardly any time to rest. And it's always about being slow but not too slow, and then steering wheel in full tilt, and trying to make the corners not being too early but also not being too late. Here, for instance, you need to be earlier than you think and earlier than you want. So it's always the trade-off between where you position yourself for the next corner and how you are in one corner. As you see, I'm slightly ahead. This was not much better. So will be enough for 4th, but not enough for 3rd. Or will it? So this looks still good for 3rd. One final corner to go. Will it be enough? And then I miss a gear. I shift down to early and fumble the last corner, and then it's now more the question, can I beat Björk?
E4, that's your fastest lap.
So I can, 4th. And that was it for the qualifying session. So I tried again, but it wasn't always 100% perfect, which I would have needed to beat the top 3. Which towards the end became the top 5, and you can see from the time some of those folks are in a different postcode. And I've done just enough to beat Tarquini for 7th, and I wouldn't have made 5th.
20 minutes.
So 6th is where I start. I didn't really look forward to 20 minutes here.
Here we go, get ready.
On that track, where you simply always go from left to right, with little time to breathe. Start is okay. First corner will be very tricky when everyone
On your left.
has to fall down into that tight corner.
Still there.
I tried the outside and I'm sort of lucky. And then, okay, question is, how will my pace be compared to the others, given that they were so far ahead of me in qualifying? At least I'm not under immediate pressure from behind, so that's good.
Well done, Andy. Good start.
Seem to be catching up, but they are also starting to dice among themselves. And of course, and especially on this track, approaching a car is one thing, but getting past will be a wholly different ballpark. So will be interesting. The other thing is those
Left try.
yeah, I'm sort of
Clear left.
trying, but too late, and then losing time. Luckily not really under pressure from behind. The important thing is those around me in the standings are behind me, so Tarquini and Jerk, so that's good. So I didn't really feel the ultimate need to advance by any means, and felt rather comfortable where I am.
E4, the gap to Michelis ahead is now 0.37.
But at the same time, podium would also be nice, instead of 4th.
The car in front is Michelis, car number 5.
So I kept my eyes open for opportunities. But even from just one lap following, it's obvious there are no obvious points where you can overtake. And also thanks to the narrow track, there was some gravel, etc., appearing on the track from people who cut a little bit of the corner, and that didn't help the overall tire situation.
On your right, right is clear.
Here would arguably the only...
On your right, right is clear now.
The only place where you conceivably could...
Huff, car number 12, is leading the race.
Could get alongside, such as Huff had done just to gain top spot from Muller. So good job on that one. But you have to, everything has to really fit together. And I'm starting to struggle with front end grip.
The leader has just done a 136.12. You've just done a 136.61.
Car on your left. Clear left.
Yeah, and now Shedden from behind also wants to have a look and say, yes, hello, here I am. So the Audis, at least two of them, are working really well here. So that was another good takeaway. But this was one corner where it was really noticeable.
Okay, Andy, hold your nerve, just keep it smooth, no mistakes.
That the front tire behavior changed. Same here. Because you don't want to be fully on the inside for the next one. And here you, at least I found it difficult to position myself that I could be alongside even if I wanted to. And yeah, you see you have to brake more than you think you need, and then you lose touch again. And you don't even reach 6th gear ever. 5th is perfectly spaced for the fastest point of the track. That gives you another idea about the track characteristics. This was a good exit, which you can only have if there is no car ahead of you in the way.
That's him already. That's a new fastest lap for Tarquini.
Right side is clear now. Car right, clear
Yeah.
right now. Right side,
But if the other one closes the
hold your line.
door, then
Clear on the right.
you're in trouble, and
15 minutes left, that's 15 minutes.
the car behind you sees an opportunity. So with a little bit of a different characteristic for the first corner, then this could be a better overtaking spot than the current very tight drop down. So now more infighting ahead, which allows me to catch up. And you hear the sounds when I'm shifting down too early. So the gearbox doesn't let you shift down if you would go beyond the limiter for the lower gear. Yeah, here
Car right.
I'm trying, not because I expected
Still there.
I would go through, but I had to run.
Stay on your line. Stay there.
But it's a bit of an awkward angle, that corner, that you
Still there.
can't really make much of it. And even here,
Right side is clear.
P4.
maybe I was too cautious, but also, as I said, I don't have to be in third. I'd rather take the points for fourth.
Sector 3 is yellow. Yellow flag in Sector 1. Sector 3 is now clear.
That's behind us. You see, once I have a little bit of a clear track ahead of me, the split time goes down. But as soon as I hit traffic, then it goes back up. So we probably all could go faster if we were on our own. And I'm probably lucky that I don't have to go defensive for every corner. So he's not trying something. Can I do something around the outside?
Car left.
And they touch and tangle? Yes.
Still there. Clear on the left.
So that wasn't the ideal.
Well done, Andy. Good pass. Eyes front.
That wasn't the ideal line
The car in front is Muller, car number 48.
for Michelis. So I could take advantage of that. Around the outside, oddly. And now these guys are also changing position.
P3.
Yeah, here I didn't want to try anything because yeah, that's what I suspected was coming. Certainly wouldn't let that pass.
The next car is Huff, car number 12.
And that's already outdated, so they are swapping positions back and forth. And Michelis is back in my mirror. So same thing applies. Once you're part of the train, you're simply losing time by virtue of being part of the train. And yeah, you see them trying. And I certainly didn't want to be the third car in the mix, because the
Incident in sector 2, yellow flag.
track is hardly wide enough for two, let alone three cars. And even with those low speeds, losing momentum hurts quite badly. Yeah, they're essentially driving half the lap side by side on a track that isn't really built for that. So here I started actually watching them, whether I can learn something from two folks with much more experience than I have. So I converted this into an educational race with no aspirations to go even further. Podium is great, and a clear intention to defend. And here at the right hunch
Left side. Clear left now.
to defend and to close the inside line.
You've got 10 minutes left, 10 minutes to go.
And at that point it didn't felt like 10, it felt like
On your
15
right.
or something.
Right side is clear now.
Because you're having many more corners per track kilometer than on other tracks, since you have hardly any straights.
Right side. Right is clear now.
Yeah, but again, no chance in overtaking, so I wasn't overly stressed by Michelis behind. Here I simply closed the inside line.
Car left. Left is clear.
Probably wasn't the worst thing to do, but at the same time I lost touch with the folks ahead. But
Okay, Andy, the next car is Muller, car number 48.
I strongly suspect that I would be close to them quite soon.
Halfway home, fuel's good. Sector 1 is 1.4 off the pace. Sector 2 is 0.9 off the pace. Sector 3 time is fast.
Yeah, it's one track where sector times in the race don't really mean much. It's simply an indication where were you close to traffic and where were you in traffic. Or where did you close the inside line instead of taking the best line.
The gap to Michelis behind is increasing. It's now 0.31.
Yeah, so if a 0.31 is an increase, then you can estimate what the gap was before. And you'll also see everyone bring a lot of dust and gravel onto the track. Oh,
On your left, left is clear now.
yeah, it's... Even after all these laps, it's still tighter than you expect it to be. Which isn't really fun, to be frank.
Car on your left.
Whoa, I didn't expect that.
Hold your line. Still there.
And I didn't like that, but nothing I can
Still
do.
there. Stay there.
Can I do the route the outside
Hold your
trick?
line. The left side is clear.
Yes. So that works, but that was a good wake-up call.
Okay, Andy, you've got half your fuel left.
Now also a matter whose tires are now in better shape. And I suspected it weren't mine, because I don't have much experience in sizing tires in these cars. Put that on my mental list as another skill to develop now that I seem to have the speed again.
The car in front of us is Huff, car number 12.
So here I closed.
Left side, clear on the left now.
Yeah, you see, even if I went extra slowly through the corner, I still was a bit too early on the gas on the exit. So that's the tires going off.
The car in front of us is Mula, car number 48.
And it was just amazing to watch how these two guys essentially swept positions every lap or every second lap.
That lap time was 1:36.36.
Car on your left. Clear on the left.
They're both giving everything.
Huff, car number 12, is leading the race.
They're both very racy, but they also give each other enough space to survive.
5 minutes to go, this is good, we'll be on the podium if we can keep it together.
So extremely well-tempered aggression with both of them. Oh, yeah, and... Are they switching again? No.
On your left, the left is clear.
No. Guess he's just trying to stick his nose in to let me know he's still there, and he would like to take the opportunity again if it arises. On the flip side, maybe he should have tried instead to surprise me again at the last corner, like he did once and almost succeeded. Here I wasn't.
Right side.
Here I wasn't sure
Stay there.
what was
Clear right.
happening ahead, and
Push now, the guy behind is catching. Come on, Andy, don't let him get away.
then he had taken leave out of my book with the outside line actually being faster than the inside line, counterintuitively. So I'm now back down in fourth. And he also tries now to go for second.
Car right.
I'm also there, but yeah, no,
Hold your line.
didn't expect
Clear on the right.
to be able to,
Right, the guy ahead of us is Michelis, car number 5.
didn't expect to be able to do anything here, and it's again also then important to defend that I don't drop down to fifth. Only a few minutes before the end of the race. That's the other factor now. Time is ticking down slowly. A bit more slowly than on other tracks, that's for sure.
0.4. Sector 1 is 1.6 off the face. Sector 2 is 0.7 off the face. Sector 3 time is
Whoa!
fast.
Oh!
Yellow flag, green flag,
And
sector
someone's
1.
hitting me from
Car
behind,
left, three on the
so
left now.
Just 2 minutes left, 2 minutes to go. Incident clear, green flag.
sudden chaos
Sector 3 is yellow.
and 2 unrated incidents. So a Muller being spun and someone, I think Tarquini was it, going into my rear of the car. But ultimately, nothing was broken,
Incident in sector 1, yellow flag, green flag in sector 3.
luckily, and Tarquini also lost out. So that was the lucky end for me. Could have been worse, but the good thing is these front-wheel drive cars are stable if you simply stay on the gas and the car pulls ahead and pulls straight, even if the rear is loose. So now the question is, can now Mitchell's do something to win the race? I look to be rather safe on the podium now after the interruption, because everyone behind got held up by Muller and probably also by Tarquini, who had run into me.
B3, last lap, bring it on home.
And that was a relief to hear that last lap on this track. And yeah, Mitchell's takes first place. Unexpectedly, maybe?
Okay, Andy, the next car is Huff, car number 12.
But will that be the final outcome? And I was in the prime spot to watch that, and still no car in my mirror, so that one was certainly grateful for that. Good exit for me, but again, you want to brake earlier than you think. And Huff is trying it, and can he get through? Yes. So stealing the win on the... or getting the win back. Depends on how you want to see it. 3 corners from the end.
Well done, decent drive.
Yeah, podium. So I was really happy with that. You know, I expected something from 6th, but I didn't really dare to dream of the podium, especially after the not so stellar last race. But I happily took it, and so if we look at the fastest laps, it's up there. But some of those behind me have a fastest lap, so that means simply they had a lot less traffic. So I'm now on my way back to Ningbo on the day after the race, and you see we got some rain here. Luckily we missed that during the race. I spent some time sightseeing here the last time when I was there with the BMW M253i, so that's why I was more keen on seeing Ningbo than this place. So if we look at the results, so still really happy about the podium, and we certainly celebrated that quite well yesterday. So it looks like that Daytona and Macau, due to these unique track characteristics, were the flukes, and hopefully then in the next race at Ningbo, which has, I think, rather similar characteristics, judging from the overhead view of the track, then we should also be in good shape then. So what does this mean for the overall standings? So I indeed make the leap up to 4th, thanks to the misfortunes or mishaps of Björk and Tarquini. So I think that brings me to a new, maybe first goal, to simply defend. So I'm probably not going to be involved in any way for the top 3. So then it's simply going to be a matter of staying fourth and, if necessary, playing the defensive game. So until then, see you on track, and remember to send it